Recreating another childhood snack that I enjoyed while growing up brought back a lot of memories to me. I will advise you watch the end because you are going to learn a lot from this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to another interesting one. So let's begin. Start by adding instant yeast in a bowl. To that I added sugar and warm water. I've shared the first version of this video. I used warm milk. This time I am using warm water. Mix to combine very well. Now I'm moving with 1 egg, melted butter, and vanilla. To the first video, I used cinnamon. This time, I'm using vanilla. So one of the reasons I'm sharing this recipe is to give you alternative to the ingredients that I use on the first video. Mix to combine very well. Now, I'm going to add half part of the flour that I'll be using for this recipe. Always sift the flour before making use of it. All right. Now, I added salt and raisin fruit. Mix to combine very well. I'm just gonna give it a quick mix, then move in with the remaining flour. All right. Now you can also make this recipe without raisins. All right. Add the remaining flour, move in with the spatula and start mixing till everything is well combined. Thank you so much for watching today's video. To my returning subscribers, I appreciate you all. If you are new here, a warm welcome to you. Please subscribe to my channel. Also like and share this video with your loved ones. I continue to mix till I come to a batter just like this one. This has the same batter with the first video, all right, because I use the exact measurement. Okay, the batter is not too watering as you can see on the video. This is how yours should be. All right, now I am going to divide the the batter into 2 equal parts. I am used to saying the dough. You can see we have 2 batter here, all right, in different bowl. Okay, now I'll be adding edible food color. I am using red color, or should I say pink color? I'm using red color, yeah. So I'm going to dissolve that into water, then set it aside. Back to one of the dough, you can use any one, okay? Since their measurements are the same thing. Now I'm moving with the food color. You are going to take your time and mix till everything is well combined. Now let me tell you a quick and short story about this recipe. I enjoyed this recipe while growing up. It was my dad that usually buys this recipe for us, okay? First, he started buying the first recipe that I shared, the first bread cake that I shared. So one day he came in with this particular one that I'm sharing with you right now, and we fall in love with it. We were telling him, Daddy, don't buy the old one again. So we were attracted to this particular one and we were telling my dad not to buy the old one again. You can imagine that. Okay, back to the recipe. It is time to transfer the batter into a baking pan. You can start with any one. You can start with the one with color or the plain one. Once you add into the baking pan, make sure that you spread it around to be in the same shape with whichever shape of the pan that you are using. All right, very important. Now I move in with the second one. Shout out to you, Roland, watching from Edo State, Binta from Gambia, Sarah from Uganda, and Cooking with Chi recipes all the way from Nigeria. Whoops. I'm glad you all love the recipe. Please let me know your name and where you're watching from so I can give you a shout out in my next video. Apologies if I didn't pronounce your name very well, okay? All right, while trying to spread the batter around the pan, you can dip your spatula into a cooking oil to make the job easier, to help you spread the batter very well. Once there is too much batter sticking to the spatula, you may find it difficult to spread the dough very well. All right, once that is done, it is time to cover. First, I cover with a clean film. Now I'm going to cover again with a kitchen towel. Go ahead and keep anywhere warm around your home to prove. 30 minutes later, voila, it has doubled in size. Now, the timing may differ, all right? Yours may be more than 30 minutes or less than, depending how warm your home is. Okay, now go ahead and uncover. It is time to bake. Bake in a preheated oven for 20 minutes, and there you have it. It is very simple as ABCD. Very soft. Allow to cool down for about 5 minutes. Transfer in a rack. Now pay attention. Can you see what is going on here? I am finding it difficult to take off the parchment paper, the brown parchment paper. Now, when it comes to parchment paper, I mostly use white because the white doesn't have front and back. But when it comes to the brown parchment paper, it has the rough and the smooth part. Okay, please pay attention. By laying your parchment paper, the brown parchment paper on your pan, the rough side should be facing downward. The rough side should be facing the pan, while the smooth part will be on the top. That is where you put the batter or whatever you want to bake, all right? That is exactly what I'm trying to demonstrate here. As you can see, I used the wrong part. I used the rough side as the upper side, while the smooth part on the downside, and this made the parchment paper to stick on the bread. This can somehow ruin your work if you don't put it the proper way. Okay, this can happen to anyone, especially when you are in a hurry. That's why I prefer the white parchment paper. All right, now looking at the upper side of the bread, it doesn't look attractive to me, so you can scrape it off. But before doing this, allow the bread to cool down completely. All right, if you don't allow it to cool down completely and you went ahead to do this, you might end up taking off a lot of bread and thereby reducing the size of the bread. I hope you understand me. Okay, I know you do, and this is what we have. This is what attracted us to this bread, the combination of two colors. That was why we rejected the first one. I will advise you watch the first video so that you will understand what is going on here. Just look at that. And that is basically all for this recipe. Do you love what you are seeing? Do you? Do you? If you do, type another banger at the comment section. I love it. At this point, you can go ahead and package before distributing to your customers. I hope you find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.